himself open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, he did throw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception.
Yeah, 1 pick.
And
they lost.
Yeah, so no matter how many touchdowns he threw, if it comes in a loss, he's not going to be satisfied.
Throwing to start the drive. Long. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Long looking to throw on second down. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. I guess no need to force him when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
A first down carry for Foster. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Long. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Long. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Here's Long. Going to throw again. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Long now on 3rd down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Long. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Now Long from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie cornerback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Ross, off play action. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Ross. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Cowboys at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners are 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake. Long. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And everyone is staring at a 3rd and long here. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Long. And here's Freiermuth again.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They go play action here on 1st down. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. Ross now to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now Ross on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
To throw on 2nd down, Ross. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Adams. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And now out comes Minnesota. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
To throw is long. Throwing on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The numbers for Dotson from a week ago: 7 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Foster. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They'll try again. And not a whole lot there as they get him down at about the 2. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Long. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. And his kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Last time I remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Ross on 1st down. Fighting to stay upright, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They run the counter. Milner. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Milner. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Ross. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off play action. Ross. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. To throw is Ross. Throwing on 3rd and long. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Long off the play fake. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Smith up the middle. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Flushed out right. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Around the NFL, we've got a 2nd quarter score. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. Defensively well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
Ross on 1st and 10. This is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Long. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Long now. Off play action. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Long. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Ross now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw. Ross. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now Ross throwing on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Up the middle they go. Milner, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys have now moved out in front. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now the extra point. And it's up and good to extend the lead to 13-6. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. And out now come the Vikings. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Long from the gun on third down. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Foster. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Here's Ross throwing to start the drive.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, Ross. And he fires one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Ross. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw is Ross. To throw on third down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And at the moment, that game is tied with the visiting New York Jets. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. The Titans needed desperately to avoid going to 1-4, and they're able to do that with the victory there. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ross. Fighting his... Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will tie things up at 13. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Ross looking to throw on 2nd down. That is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Ross. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Back to throw. Long. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. To throw is Long. On 3rd down. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Looking to throw. Ross. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a handoff up the middle. Milner, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Ross now to throw on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Ross on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Ross. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as they have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Inside handoff, Smith, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, long.
That one complete out to Dotson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Long. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Long. Out to his left. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Ross. He rifles one that's intercepted. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point attempt to come here. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And now here come the Cowboys.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd down now. Milner. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Here's Ross to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
To throw is Ross on 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Ross. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Ross looking to throw on second down. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Ross now throwing on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Now Ross to throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
On 3rd and 2, Ross. That's complete, right around the 8.
And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. On first down, Milner. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that drive was going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
And his kick is indeed good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Long off the play fake. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Long. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll look to throw again.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Here's Long, throwing again on 2nd and 10. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Open man here is Foster. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So this game's had a little bit of everything. Here's another little something. A potential game-tying 4th-quarter field goal that winds up hitting iron.
And there's always a chance that it's going to hit and bank itself in, but no such luck that time. And that's a body blow right there.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Off the play fake. Ross. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Ross on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are able to build on to their 4th-quarter lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Long now, throwing to start the drive. Buying time to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. They run up the middle with Foster. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Now Long, throwing on 4th down. That one will be incomplete. He caught it, but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun. Long. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. To throw is Long from the gun on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Long on 1st and 10. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Long. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Flush to his right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back to 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Here's Long, throwing after the interception. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Long now, looking to throw on second down. Got an open man, it's Foster. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Long, throwing on 4th down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cowboys, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the calendar change to October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.